Hi Aquarius, so I like to get straight into the readings. If there is anything that you feel you need to know about the readings, then I definitely encourage you to read the description box, especially if you're new to tarot. The card deck information that I've used for your reads can always be found in my pinned comment below. And cross watchers, please remember that you can switch the energies around if it applies, but do try to keep in mind that this might not be your story at all, okay? This could be in regards to someone else entirely different that your Aquarius is dealing with. Wow. And equally Aquarius, if you please just take what's resonating for you and leave what doesn't for another Aquarian, because these reads, they cannot and will not resonate for absolutely everybody all of the time, okay? It's just not going to happen. And also, there's no guarantee that you're going to get the same theme out in this read as what we had out in your read previously, okay? So we're reading for such a huge collective. We just never know what energies are going to be pulled up out of the cards, okay? It's not always going to be the same thing. Right, so way too many cards, Aquarius, but let's go with it. Right, you've got reunion, second chance, okay? Walk away, devastation, never, bleak outcome. Interesting. Exhaustion, illness, hospital within the next 12 months and then soon. Okay, the first thing worth noting, Aquarius, is you're getting a lot of mixed messages. A lot of mixed messages. It's almost as if you're being given something with one hand, but then it's being taken away with another, you know, a lot like taxes, I guess. Ooh, I can't quite get my head around this energy, to be honest with you, Aquarius. Like, you've proper set me a challenge here. Let's talk about this one first, okay? Now, I don't read health. Okay, I think it's a very dangerous thing to do, to read about health. So whenever I see a card that comes out like this, it's a stark warning that whoever I'm reading for is basically running the risk of running themselves into the ground, okay? So you need to take frequent breaks here, Aquarius. You cannot constantly overload yourself with everything and expect your physical body to be okay with that, okay? This is a reminder basically to slow down, all right? Take your day-to-day life, your responsibilities in bite-sized chunks rather than trying to do everything at once, okay? So that's what I'm going to say about that one. Within the next 12 months and soon. So you've got quite a lot of things that's going on here, okay? The first thing being that with this soon energy, it feels like that there is an opportunity that's coming in towards you soon. And it would serve you really, really well to take advantage of that, because it is an opportunity that you've been waiting for, okay? So I don't know precisely what this pertains to, because again, this is a collective read, okay? Everyone's story is going to be different. All I can tell you with this is it's something that you have been working towards, okay? So it's an energy that you've already been putting out into the universe or out into the world, and something from that is coming back in towards you. So you've been making an investment, and I feel that for a lot of you, you've been making an investment in yourself. You might have been putting your CV out there, something like that, and you're going to hear back very, very soon. And I do feel that it's positive as well. Now you've got something else. It doesn't feel the same. These two, it does not feel connected, like not even remotely. It doesn't feel connected. This one feels like something else that is happening within the next year, okay? So, I mean, it could well be that you have been building yourself up for the past year, doing nothing but being focused on this one specific thing that you've been trying to achieve. It could be that. I'm feeling that this is more about a bigger thing, a bigger opportunity, something that potentially can turn your life around for the better. Okay. For anyone who has been actively seeking employment, and if you have recently been turned down, and it's left you feeling exhausted, you know, left you in this place of feeling constantly rejected, you're being told, look, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. The reason why you were rejected by the other, again, we're going to assume like jobs, is because basically they weren't going to be the best for you anyway. So there is a vibe, a very strong vibe of a blessing in disguise here. Okay, so keep pursuing your dream. Don't allow these feelings of rejection to stop you from pursuing what you're wanting to pursue in your life, okay, whatever it might be. You cannot allow rejection to dominate your life in that way. You're going to be rejected. It's going to happen. For some of us, we get rejected constantly. Okay, and yeah, it absolutely does have a knock-on effect on your confidence levels. Of course it does. But you can't allow that to dictate whether or not you're going to stop putting yourself out there. Okay, you just can't give rejection that kind of power. All right. So very, very soon, keep going. Okay, keep pushing yourself. Now with this, these two, they do feel connected. Okay, this does feel like it's a combination. Reunion, second chance, walk away, devastation, never, bleak outcome, right? So somebody could well be giving you mixed messages, Aquarius, or it could be in reverse. You could be giving someone else mixed messages. And the mixed messages pertain to having a second chance, having a reunion, making amends with somebody, or someone wanting to make amends with you, okay? Again, take it as it's resonating. All right, it's indicating with this combination, whoever it is that you're thinking about, when it pertains to that reunion, second chance, it's not going to happen. Okay, it's a done deal. Something is a done deal, and that there is no give backsies, basically. Okay, so again, take whatever's resonating for you, if anything at all. Okay, it's not going to resonate for absolutely everyone. And cross watchers, flip it in reverse. It's not a problem. Right, so I'm going to try and put all of these cards out for you. And then we're going to look into your tarot. And the way that we're doing your tarot is we're just going to pull a 9-card tarot spread that's completely freestyle. Okay, so I'm going to read it. I'll read it as I see it. Also, I do apologise if I sound tired or sick or something. I know my throat's not normal today. Lack of sleep, basically. That's all it is. I'm not ill, I'm not exhausted or anything like that. It's just simply a lack of sleep. It's really weird. No reason in particular, not stress or sickness, as I say, nothing like that. Just can't get sleep, just mild insomnia. It happens. Right. So it's just in case anyone's like, oh, wow, you sound really different. You sound really tired. I kind of am tired, but no, I'm not too tired to sit and read tarot. So anyway, that's for Aquarius, please. Okay, I have noticed that your cards, right from the get-go, they're coming out in huge clumps. Okay, so we're not getting the odd card that's coming out the deck in a really agile way and, you know, floating across the screen. They're just coming out in big clumps. So there's a vibe to you at this time, Aquarius, where, look, you just want to get the job done. You know, you're not in the mood for wasting time. You just want the information, job done, bye-bye, see you later, you know, no hanging around, basically. Right, so you have the Four of Swords, that's Libra energy, Seven of Wands, Leo, Nine of Cups, Pisces, the Two of Wands, Aries, Six of Swords, Aquarian, Two of Cups, Cancerian, Seven of Cups in reverse, Scorpion energy. Please also use your discernment, okay? Any of the zodiacs that I shout out, they could be relevant to the individuals that you're dealing with, absolutely. Or they could also just be placements in your own chart as well, okay? So you have to take it where it feels that it, you know, that it makes sense for you. The Two of Swords, that's Libra energy, and the Seven of Coins. The Seven of Coins is Taurus energy, and I'm just going to put this to the side a second because there's a really important message with this particular Seven of Coins. We'll come back to it, don't worry. And the energy at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands, Aries energy, stability, security, planning for your future. It can be marriages and holidays as well, but the main message behind the Four of Wands is stability, and then you've got the Nine of Coins under there. So the Nine of Coins is Venus in Virgo energy, and it's someone who has come to that space within themselves where they've understood that they don't need anyone else's validation. Like they don't need anyone's permission, they don't need anything like that, because there's a healthy understanding. It does sound cheesy. There's a healthy understanding that all of that comes from within. The only one, it's like the only person's opinion that should matter to you is your opinion that you have of yourself, okay? That's the message behind the Nine of Coins. Now, this can also indicate that someone is single and they're looking for a life partner with that Four of Wands, okay? Could be. Nine of Wands under there, so 9, 9, 2 nines back to back. I'm trying to remember what 2 nines were. 2 nines can indicate legal documents or contracts. But then the Nine of Wands, again, exhaustion. It's this energy here in the Nine of Wands. It's someone who is on the brink of giving up. So some of you might have given up on love. You might have given up on the thought of finding your life partner. In a roundabout way as well, for those of you who are in long-term commitments, I hate to say it, but some of you could be considering giving up. King of Swords under there, Aquarian energy. Yeah, some of you could be considering giving up on a certain relationship as well. Not necessarily romantic. It could be a relationship that you have with a family member, okay? Remember, relationships are not just restricted to romantic love, okay? King of Swords, so that's emotional detachment and quite possibly seeking legal advice on a situation as well. Right, the Seven of Coins, as I said, like this one is got a really interesting message behind it, okay? Because this particular Seven of Coins, you can see it's the black swan, all right? Ballerina dressed up like a black swan. You've got black swans here. If you've ever seen the black swan, it's basically she was on a quest for perfection. And what she actually did was she became the master of her own demise through her quest of self-perfection. She was trying to reach a level that doesn't exist, basically, and it drove her mad. Like it literally drove her crazy, because she was constantly feeling like she wasn't good enough. She constantly felt like she just had to do more and more and more. But of course, her doing more and more and more on this quest for perfection it led her down this really dark rabbit hole of, I mean, well, you can see there's self-harming that's going on there, okay? So again, be super, super careful about what it is you're telling yourself at this time, okay? You know those feelings of rejection that I was talking about? It can have a lot to do with that as well, okay? So if you're in that mindset of feeling just like giving up on everything, then please do ensure that you've got healthy individuals around you who are going to be supportive of your dilemma rather than judgmental, okay? Because I'm getting a strong impression that the last thing that you're needing right now is people judging you, because they just don't understand. You know, they might have very good intentions, but at the end of it, it's like that they're giving you unhealthy advice rather than helping you, okay? Don't put too much pressure on yourself, especially right now, because I'm just feeling that, like, your vibe, you don't want to be losing control, you know. Right, so the Four of Swords, Seven of Wands, Nine of Cups. Okay, so with this particular combination, I do feel that someone is trying to pick a fight. Okay, Four of Swords, Seven of Wands, Nine of Cups. You focused on your desires, you wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. You're focused on what makes you happy. Now, for whatever reason, what makes you happy with the Nine of Cups is making someone else annoyed, agitated, and very argumentative, okay? Now, you're uncertain about what to do with this particular situation, and it does feel an awful lot like someone changed up the game on you. Someone presented to you a version of themselves that was not real. After some time, their real side has come to light, and you feel a bit cheated in a lot of ways. Very, very cheated. And then you've got Two of Cups here, a union, a partnership, okay? But it's come out right next to the Six of Swords. So some of you might have tried to strategize in your mind about how you're going to fix a specific relationship. Again, not necessarily romantic. A relationship. But again, I'm not seeing that there is enough substance to that relationship for it to work. Okay, so you might have to just cut your losses here. Now, I see that someone was causing a lot of confusion in your energy. Okay, now that can also indicate being gaslit as well. And then Two of Swords, that's emotionally distancing yourself. It's blocking off your heart chakra, keeping someone at an arm's length. And then Seven of Coins, sacrifice. So what I'm seeing in this read is basically somebody is expecting quite a lot from you, and whatever you do for them, it's never going to be enough. They're never going to be happy. They're never going to be satisfied. Again, cross watches, you can flip it in reverse. Okay. It's this overwhelming feeling of you constantly having to sacrifice what you enjoy doing. You might have had to sacrifice some of your friends as well, some family members. It's like literally you can't do anything right for someone else, and it's pulling up those feelings of rejection all over again. It feels like there's no escape for this feeling of rejection. It's like everywhere you turn right now. And I will touch upon the subject of depression, because somebody is going through a very dark depression, and somebody is needing, that they're needing help. So never ever be afraid to ask for help. Okay. There's only so far that you can go by yourself until things start to get too much. All right. This energy is really difficult because I'm trying to be sensitive and sensible about what's coming out of my mouth as well. You know, like literally the crux of this is someone is expecting too much of you, and they're expecting you to constantly sacrifice yourself in favour of them, and you can't do it anymore. You can't continue down this path anymore. There needs to be a point where you have to think about yourself, and you have to think about your own health and your own sanity and your own vitality, you know. You can't live your life under someone else's shadow. You just can't live that way. You do need to start putting yourself first. Why the Six of Swords, please? See, for a lot of you, there was this misconception that, oh, if I just did this, if I just did that for them, then they would be happy. You know, then we would come out of this turbulent energy and things would get easier if I just did this, that and the next. But it's like, no, that doesn't work either. Why the Six of Swords, please, for Aquarius? Thank you. Knight of Wands. Yeah, some of you just feel like running away. The only reason why you haven't done it yet is because you don't want to appear like you're being irresponsible. Why that Two of Wands, please, for Aquarius? I know your Two of Wands is all about making a decision. But this is the thing, it's like you're faced with the decision of, okay, like literally, should I stay or should I go? You know, should I stay and try and make this person happy, or do I just cut my losses and go? It's been clarified with another two, the Two of Coins. That's Capricorn energy, keeping things in balance. Like the Two of Coins is all about checks and balances, you know. At what point is enough going to be enough, Aquarius? Okay. Right, so we're going to take a look at your healing message. Again, it's a really difficult energy, but I don't know what else to say, Aquarius. Like, for real, I am feeling that depressive vibe coming through. Have a healing message for Aquarius, please. It's like emotionally, you're almost pretty much cut off emotionally from that individual anyway. And it could well be as well, listen, if someone's left you, if someone's walked away from you, which I highly suspect, and they're like blaming you, they're expecting you to go chasing after them, and I don't see that happening either. It's like they're trying to put the guilt on you so that you'll chase them. Okay, you've got two. The Life Bringer, Establishment, Growth and Fulfillment, and Oath, Promise, Pledge, Contract. Okay, right, so let's take a look. And what I'll do is I'm going to hold up the card for you so that you can get your own intuitive message. We will get 3 messages in total, okay? So the message from the creator of the deck, your own intuition, and then my intuition. Right, so it says, about you now, ideas and projects are gestating, constellations of ideas are birthing, your creativity is flowing from within, and ideas are developing in an easy, organic flow. For a time, you will be rich in health and love and in physical beauty. While there is much that is new about you, what has already been developed within your world can now be brought to greater fulfillment. So, children may begin to mature and grow older, and your ambitions and dreams may need support to move from their beginnings to become truly established and make their presence strong and unshakable. Your accomplishments will now be acknowledged, respect will be given as it is overdue, and your contributions and work will now receive the value and recognition they deserve. This could also mean that you're able to ask for more money in exchange for your services and seek investments to develop your business. Your influence, power and reputation are all growing in healthy, inspiring ways. You feel good in yourself. A loving relationship with your body now develops, and you accept and receive loving support from others. No more will you receive disrespect, unkind words about yourself, or your ventures will no longer be tolerated. You're growing in stature. Finally, the world sees you for who you are, a successful being who has followed their dreams. Yeah. So this is what you've got to look forward to, Aquarius. Once you step out of this energy with whoever this situation or person is, where you feel constantly disrespected, where you feel constantly drained, exhausted, depressed, where you feel constantly like you're not good enough somehow. Someone's making you feel that way, Aquarius, and it's just not right. It's not acceptable and it's not healthy. As soon as you walk away from that individual or situation, you will find that your life is going to grow and blossom in ways that you hadn't even ever imagined it to. That's what it's telling you. Okay. And then number 22. Okay. An oath is a sacred bond that we make. It is more than a promise, it is the bond of a soul contract through the spoken word, and thus we must be cautious when we offer our word and think through what it is we mean when we give it. It is impossible to ever know what another thinks we mean when we give our word. So when this card comes, there is a slight undertone of a warning that another person may take your word and twist it to mean that they have your loyalty forever, regardless of circumstances, behaviour or treatment. Now, if you just give me a second, I'm going to hold this up for you so that you don't think I'm bullshitting you. Okay? Just so that you know that I haven't just pulled this read out of thin air. It's there. You can't make this up. Okay? An oath is made between equals, and an oath can be broken by both parties and by circumstance. Right, so I'm going to take a pause there again, and I will explain my intuitive hit with that before it disappears from my head again. So, when you make a promise to somebody, and they make a promise to you, it's basically saying someone, Aquarius, has taken the promise that you made to them, they have twisted it into their own version of what it is that they wanted the promise to mean, and they've sat there and gone, oh great, Aquarius said that they will forever be around. Aquarius has said that I can depend on them. Aquarius has said that they will be in this situation, like if it's romantic, Aquarius has said that they'll love me forever. So then they've sat there and gone, that's brilliant, that is, because that means that I can treat Aquarius any which way I like, and Aquarius is never going to leave. Aquarius is just going to sit there and put up with it. Well, guess what? Guess what? That's not what it meant at all. Not even slightly. So by them doing that, Aquarius, they have effectively broken the promise that they made to you. Okay? So just because you made a promise, it doesn't mean to say that that's it then, that there is no going back on that. You have to look at your current circumstances. Do your current circumstances still match up to the circumstances when you initially made that promise? Because you'll find that it doesn't. Therefore, the promise no longer stands. That is what that card means. You may be now considering a partnership or a contractual agreement. It is almost impossible to know how to ensure that this is a good thing, because the truth is, within every contract, there is so much that cannot be comprehended, even when it is read. If this is the case, ask the other party in the contract to explain what is meant by clauses that you do not understand, and ask for them to offer examples so that you can best understand the paper oath that you're taking. In some cases, it could be a handshake you're sealing an agreement with. Whatever its form, consider the weight that comes with the feeling of making this contract. Consider the future and the karmic load that that agreement brings to you, along with its immediate benefits. It is the truth that when considering our word, we must understand as fully as we can what it is that we actually agreed to. Be sure to do this now. And the artwork is called Fairy Bride. So with this one, I mean, it's like saying, look, it's be super careful about, if this is about a job, be careful about signing any contracts, okay? Make sure that what you're signing is in alignment with your own moral compass, okay? Okay, so to conclude this read for you, Aquarius, we're going to use the Rebel deck. If anybody is easily offended at swearing, then you don't have to listen. You can just shut off now. And for those who are sticking around with me right into the end, we're going to touch on some shadow work, okay? And that just basically means the shadow side of self. It's for Aquarius, please. Thank you. Okay. Have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly? Eat a fucking taco. Fuck fear. It'll lie to your face. And you're the shit. Don't forget it. Yep. So listen, this entire read screams entrapment. And there has been nagging that's gone on as well. There definitely has been nagging. Someone's tried to make you feel as bad as possible about yourself, so that you would then feel like you are unable to make healthy life choices for yourself. And again, like that could literally be happening at a workplace, within a romantic relationship, within a family unit, like anything. It could even be happening within a group of friends as well. Any situation that applies to. Someone is literally trying to use your own words against you. And that's wrong. That is really, really wrong. Okay, right, so we are going to take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to look at some shadow work. Okay, welcome back, Aquarius. So let's get into your shadow work. And we don't know if the card that comes out for this bit of the read is going to correspond with your tarot spread. Sometimes that happens, and it's really cool when it does, but it doesn't always happen that way. All right, let's find out. Okay, so you have synthesis. Okay, so we'll do the same again. We're going to hold up the cards so that you can get your own intuitive messages. And it says, parts do not make up the whole is made of parts. This sphinx with the head of a ram, body of a lion and legs of a bull and wings of an eagle represents creativity, physical, intellectual and spiritual power. The looped cross is the ancient symbol of life, the Ankh. And then it says, decide to put together every element of what you know regarding this issue. Include all the facts, hunches and insights. Exclude nothing. Take action as soon as the picture comes into focus. Okay, so it's basically saying that before you, Aquarius, is pieces of a puzzle. Okay, and the person who has laid out these metaphorical puzzle pieces in front of you, they are expecting you to put the puzzle pieces together to make a picture. But the problem is, they haven't given you all of the pieces of the puzzle. You're being set up to fail. You're being expected to put together an incomplete puzzle. So I'll let that one sit with you. Okay. For some of you, there's some kind of Egyptian influence here with that Ankh as well. It's also the other message I'm getting with this one. It's never too late. It doesn't matter your age physically. It's never too late to begin life again. I'm just thinking about that Ankh symbology. I absolutely love the Ankh. I used to wear one all the time. It was just so special to me. Obviously, eternal life, but then you take a different meaning. And the meaning that I used to take from it is, like, it's never too late to start again. Never, ever, ever. It doesn't matter someone's physical age. You can always create a new life. Create a new life for yourself. It's never too late. And that is a beautiful message. Now, with that being shadow work, we're going to touch on the shadow aspect, okay? Exclude nothing. So don't make excuses for shitty behaviours of shitty people. Ever. Don't see only what you're wanting to see in them. You have to see them in reality. You have to see the bare bones of the situation. Because if you only see what you want to see in someone, it's going to hurt even more every time they insult you or lie to you or do something else to hurt you. It's going to cut just that wee bit deeper. As soon as you start to see them for who they truly are, you will soon find that their words no longer land. They don't land on you. Ooh, really, really intense read. So that is what I have for you. If you would like to book a private reading with me, then the link to do so can be found in my description box and it's in my pinned comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week and I will see you in the next one. Bye.